I'm Erica, and today I want to share with you 3 mini quilts that I've made for the holidays. So I'm calling this my holiday mini quilt trunk show. I talked to you guys last time in my mini quilt trunk show that I wanted to make a Halloween mini quilt and a fall mini quilt. Well, I finally got those done, so I'm really excited and I want to share those today. So the first one I want to share with you is this Halloween one, and it was on Instagram. It was called the Spooky Sampler, and I was able to go and download each pattern. Okay, so here is my Spooky Sampler. I found the pattern on Instagram. If you just use the hashtag, you'll be able to go right to the website and get these to download. So I just want to share a little bit more about this mini quilt that I made. It is 39 inches by 39 inches. I chose blocks that I liked from the Spooky Sampler and made those. So let's start with this Frankenstein. Isn't he cute? The crow. The house. The house is actually from Lori Holt. So in Lori Holt's book, there is a sidewalk. So I took the sidewalk off. There were also chimneys and I took the chimneys off. So this block is by Lori Holt. But the other 3 are from the Spooky Sampler. And then here's the skull. So what I did is I just chose quilt blocks that I liked from the Spooky Sampler. I didn't love them all, to be honest. But anyway, so I just chose these ones that I loved. And I just wanted, in my mind, I thought I want to make a mini quilt to hang in my kitchen. So that's what I did. So this is what I came up with. 39 inches by 39 inches. I love it. You can see that. Probably don't want to go much larger on my mini quilts because the shelf won't be able to hold them because it can only hold so much width wise. So one fun thing is this fabric here is glow in the dark, but I can't show that to you right now because it's daylight. But here is the back. I did an all over stipple. So I did an all over stipple or all over meander using my home machine. And I quilt on my Juki machine and I love it. So here's a close-up of the stipple here. So this fall mini quilt uses patterns from the Farm Girl Vintage book by Lori Holt and also her Farm Girl Vintage 2 book. So in this book, I was able to get the fall leaf pattern and also the pumpkin pattern. And then in her other book, the Farm Girl Vintage 2, I got the acorn. This one measures 27 by 27. And then I decided to quilt this one up using a crosshatch. And the way I mark my lines is I just use painter's tape. So I just put it down, sew a line, and then pick up the piece of tape and then move it and then sew another line. So I used the same backing fabric on this one as I did my Halloween one, only because I have an abundance of this orange and white gingham. So I decided to use it on both of the quilts. But there's the back. And one thing I like to do is I like to hang these using safety pins, which I'll show you in just a minute. But I use safety pins so that I can take it down and I can choose to use this as a table topper if I want to, or I could use this for a wall hanging. So I kind of have several options. I don't just have to only use it for a wall hanging. So I use safety pins to attach the pockets on the back, the fabric pockets, to hang it up there on that shelf. And I'll share that with you at the end of this video. want to share with you is this Christmas mini. I love it. I had so much fun making it. And it is by Liza Taylor Handmade. And it measures 21 by 29. And you can go to Liza Taylor Handmade and contact her to see if you can purchase this pattern. I was able to get in on a free downloadable pattern last year when she and some other designers released some patterns, and that's how I got the pattern. So this is what the pattern looks like. And there's her contact information. But that would be my suggestion. Just try to email her, contact her, and see if you can get this pattern from her. So here is some up close video of this mini. I love it. It does need to maybe be ironed. I did an all over stipple with it using my Juki home machine. I didn't want to take away from the mini, so I just used the same binding fabric as the background fabric. And then I have a fun surprise on the back. Aren't those little barns so cute? This fabric is actually from Sweetwater. I do remember that because I remember falling in love with these barns. But there's the back stipple. A close-up of the stippling, or sometimes I call it stippling and sometimes I call it meandering. So I've had some people ask, how do I hang those? And let me show you. I could add pockets to the back, but I've decided not to add pockets because I want to be able to use my mini quilts as wall hangings or as mini quilts. So this is the solution I came up with. I take scraps of fabric, which this one could be trimmed a little bit more, and I safety pin them to the edges of the mini quilt, the top edge. So I try to leave a little room so it's not right on the edge. If it's a larger one, I will use 2 or 3 fabric pockets. I make sure the safety pin does not show through the front. And then I'm able to hang the mini quilt using a dowel rod through these pockets. Now, one of the benefits to not sewing on a rod pocket hanger is that I can use this for a table topper or a wall hanging, whatever I choose, and I don't have anything permanent on here. So that's why I went this route. And also this is a lot faster than sewing a rod pocket onto the mini quilt. So that's why I chose that way. So I just use safety pins, some scraps of fabric, and loop the fabric over here so it's folded, if you can see that. Trying to get so you can see that it's just looped over. Safety pinned. Don't let your safety pin show through, and you're good to go and ready for hanging. I hope this was a fun video to watch. I really enjoyed making all of these mini quilts. I'm excited to have holiday mini quilts now hanging in my kitchen, hanging in my home. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See you next time.